hiking shoes. Be right back with you. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to talk about hiking shoes. Be right back with you. So welcome back, and today I want to just give you an idea of some of the shoes I use for hiking, when I go hiking, when I'm out and about all season long. Now, I wear a variety of shoes, but these are the primary shoes that I take with me, and I'll explain to you why. They're very seasonal, and right now we're getting close to summer, so I'm in preparation of cleaning up some shoes and getting them ready for summertime, for season. We'll start off with sandals, and I wear sandals just like a lot of people do. I also go do some hiking in them. I don't do, I don't overhike, say 10 kilometers in these things right here, because I just want a little bit more protection when I hike. I do a lot of off-trail stuff also. And for me, a pair of sandals is good for crossing water sources or just around the camp. So I will take them with me. They aren't super light, but they're pretty good. And these are a brand that I've tried lots of brands, everything from Reef to Tiva. And this is the brand I settled with and I only use now, and that's the Source. And I think I've made a video about this before, discussing sandals, and I'll check it out and see if I do have one. If not, then we'll go more in depth into sandals and why I use Source sandals. But this is my second pair. The first pair went missing when I had a huge move in my life. And so I purchased these right here. They're probably about 7, 8 years old, and they have not failed so far, and they're doing great. So Source sandals is definitely a brand that I could recommend. And these are pretty simple sandals also, but they're super comfortable, and they have a biological or a anti-biological product built into it that prevents foot fungus and also from smell. So it's funny, even my cats like to hang around these right here. They don't find them offensive, so they'll actually lay on them. It's some weird smell, but anyway, Source sandals, and I definitely recommend them. So, but what I commonly use during the summertime quite often, I use, especially for lightweight hiking, just kind of like that, and even for camping, I'll wear my little Sportivas. These right here is a pair that you can't even get anymore. I have a pair of these in Gore-Tex also, a little bit newer, but they're a little bit too stiff. These right here, though, are quite good and quite comfortable. They have a wide footbed on them, and I could use probably a size, maybe one size, half size bigger on these right here. I'd be a little bit happier, but I still wear them. I still use them, and I use them with a lightweight wool merino sock. But yeah, this is what I use. This right here is a completely, this shoe right here is completely, you can see the light through it. It's really lightweight and very, very comfortable. It's a really good sole on it, which has held out very well throughout all the years. And I've had this pair right here for probably about 5 years. And I first heard about someone using them on the Appalachian Trail, and although they went through several pair of them on the Appalachian Trail, I've not put mine through that as much, but they're really great summer hiking shoes. I don't like too high on my leg in the summertime, but although I do wear them, but if I'm doing some just regular hiking, day hikes, that kind of stuff, I want to be comfortable in a pair of shorts, I'll wear these right here. So La Sportiva, and this is I'm trying to see if there's any kind of name inside of it, but I don't see it, but they're super comfortable. I mean, they are really comfortable shoes, and I can't fault them in any way at all. Now, I also like the brand Salomon, and I wear them quite often, and I have a lot of Salomon shoes actually. And this pair right here is from the Elite series. This is the Elite Gray right here, or that they developed the color with a guy named Max Mullins, who's a retired U.S. Army Ranger. and they developed these shoes right here. Basically, this is the older school version. They already have these in a newer version, and they're very comfortable shoes. The sole has lasted a lot longer in these right here than a lot of them I've seen. But one thing I dislike about them is that they are 3/4. I wish they were a little bit higher up, maybe above the ankle and completely on the back to protect more of the Achilles in the back. But super comfortable. These are Gore-Tex. I have worn these right here when a lot of rain out, this kind of stuff. I've never had wet feet in them, and they're lightweight and very comfortable. Although they're not super warm, but they're not made for that. So great shoes. I have the same pair in Coyote, and they don't have any Gore-Tex in them. And they're also good for summertime hiking. If I'm doing a little bit more, more stressful hiking, I would say I could wear these right here. And they have a really also a large footbed, which makes them much more comfortable. And I can definitely recommend the Sportivas, the Salomon shoes right here. And this is the XA Pro 3D, the Forces line right here. And they have several colors. They have them in black and green and coyote and in this gray right here. And they're really, really good shoes. A lot of people wear them. A lot of professionals wear them also. But you'll see a lot of people wearing them who follow the professional line of stuff, what's better and this kind of stuff. And the only thing I've done with these right here is I took out the old laces that was like a drawstring lace. I took it out and I put some 275 cord in here that I have in gray. And although it's a little bit longer than I need, I have a cord that I could take out if I needed it. But also, I just find them to hold better the position when I tighten them down. Not too tight, but when I tighten them and lace them up on my feet, they're not too tight, but they don't loosen up like the speed cords that they have on their shoes normally. So, but I've been pretty happy with that. Now, I don't have a winter boot, but I do have an all-season sort of type boot. They're quite dirty right now because I've been using them a good bit. I need to clean them up, and I need to put some more product on them. I usually, by the end of the summer, I put more Sno Seal on them to get them ready for the wintertime, because I do wear these in the wintertime with a good heavy pair of socks like what you see here. Matter of fact, I've got several of these, and I'll keep these in my car quite often with the pair of socks in it, just in case I were to need them. But this right here is the Haix, Haix. It's a I want to say it's a Swedish brand, but yeah. Anyway, these right here are from Germany, and they're professional. They're made in Germany, actually. Haix, I believe. This is a Scout 2.0, and it has all the information written right here on the leather, stamped into leather about them, which is quite interesting. But they are a really good boot. Now, they don't have such a large. It's not as large in the footbed as I'd like. I wish they were a little bit larger, but I was using the Haix hiking boot that's used quite often by the military, but I found that the sole was very slippery on them. So not the Haix, excuse me, the Salomons. But I found that the soles are very slippery, and so I was always wary of falling down in them. And I felt that they were just a little bit too. Not nearly as comfortable as I hoped they would be. Now, I wore those for several years, and I still have them, and they're still in pretty good shape. But I switched over to these shoes right here to try them out. I saw them on a customer one time some years ago, and then I found out the Swiss Army was switching over to this brand of boot right here, this color. Although the Swiss Army one is an all-leather boot and a little bit taller. It's a full 8-inch. Here's a 6-inch version of that boot. Gore-Tex, also very, very comfortable, very light in weight. Because of my knees, I need something less than 500 grams per boot, and these right here fit into that very well. They're super comfortable. I like the leather construction. It does have some nylon mesh construction on it also, but it also has a really good sole, and their reinforced toe cap is really good also. I mean, I really liked it about them, because if you're working around, cutting wood or something like that, that's not bad to have that, they have speed lacing on them and super comfortable, okay? Now, I have never treated these by putting any brown on them. What I do is I will actually, after I've cleaned them up, I'll use some Sno Seal on them. I'll put it on by hand, and then I'll take my hair dryer and I will we'll heat it up. That melts in, wipe off any excess, and the boot's ready for the next time I need to use them. One thing I do though is with all my boots, because I have a specialized insole, is that I tend to pull the insoles out of them, put them aside, because you never know, you might need it again for something else. And I'll put my specialized insole in it, which I have in there right now. I love that insole. Now, the only thing I use them for are my boots. I don't use it for my shoes, that kind of stuff. That's just my hiking boots, and it adds a level of comfort on them. It doesn't raise the heel up in the heel cap, so that's a good thing too. But one thing I can do, these things don't slip. I mean, when you hike around them, they don't slip at all. They're very comfortable. I've done a lot of kilometers in them, a lot of hiking in them. Super comfortable. And I highly recommend this brand right here, this Haix Scout 2.0 boot. And it's a good military boot. Now, this boot right here is primarily for combat operations all season long. It's not super warm in the wintertime, but like I said, I always get my boots about a half size too big, because of during, as you hike and kind of stuff, your feet will swell. But I also use some good socks in them, good merino wool socks that are a little bit thicker sometimes. In the summertime, I'll go lighter, and I'll wear them, and they work perfect. Okay, it's really funny because you actually you're not walking completely flat, and you're walking a little bit elevated in the back, which is sort of weird, but you get used to it very quickly. And like I said, they're super comfortable. They're super good shoes, and these are a military. This is a military style boot. Now, this company does make a boot for the winter time. This is not it. An insulated boot. I'm not a fan of that one, because that one's a mountaineering boot, and it's quite stiff, and it has a flat, non-bending sole on it. So, or footbed on. I'm not into that either. I like a boot that's more comfortable when I wear it, and lighter in weight. And I just, like I said, I buy a half size too bigger, larger than I need, and I will wear some warmer socks. So I don't double up on socks. I just wear a thicker pair of socks. I'll bring some extra socks with me. So, but that's it. That's what I do. That's my primary foot gear that I use. I know a lot of people who go out and wear a lot of other things, and there's nothing wrong with that. Find what fits you, because everything is different. Nothing's the same, and it's important you find what fits you. But what I do like about these is the leather on it, and it's how soft it is. It's just really a good feeling. Feels good. I like the color too. I hate black. I don't like wearing black shoes, and that's primarily because I wore them for 10 years in the Army. The only good pair of black shoes, well, we had the jungle boots, but they were black and green. But besides that, we had the Rocky boots, which, by the way, were probably some of the best winter boots I ever wore in my life, because they were super lightweight. The sole was pretty good, and they had I think they had 400 grams of insulation in them. I wish that I still had those boots, or a pair like them. I wish I still had them. I love those boots so much. We weren't allowed to put any polish on them though either. And because of that, I don't put polish on these right here. Also, I try to allow the boot to breathe as natural as possible. I don't ever put any kind of fat on it either. And that's something I see in the Swiss Army. They use a grease that they put on their boots, or the old school ones did. These right here, they don't do that. And this grease, what it does is it basically impregnates the leather, but it also holds on to all the humidity. And you start feeling that after you weigh the boot at the beginning of the basic training cycle, and at the end of it, the boots they feel like they weigh twice as much, because of the grease that they put on them to keep them black, but also to help. These are all leather boots actually. These boots right here, you don't need all that right here. Just basically keep them clean, and the brown is a good brown. It doesn't need a bunch of stuff done to it. Sort of reminds me, I guess, a bit of the American Army, the new military boots the U.S. has. But yeah, I think if this boot right here was in the States, in the color, I think a lot of guys would wear these right here in the wintertime over a lot of other stuff, because they are really fantastic boots. Price wise, they're equal to what you see across the market, and again, they are super well made boots, made in Germany, by the way. They're not Swedish. It's a German brand, and they're made in Germany for the German military. For now, the Swiss military has them, and a lot of professional forces have them too. So there you go. Anyway, so this is a list of my boots, my shoes that I use from the Haix. I got a little dirt here from these boots right here, because I use them a lot. To my Salomons. And like I said, I have several pairs of Salomons. my La Sportivas, and of course my sandals. You know, everybody has their own thing, their own way of doing things. I definitely respect that. I'm not here to argue with anybody, but if you have any questions, please let me know. I enjoy responding to people who contact me on my through these videos and other ways, and I'm here to help and try to help guide you in the right direction. I know what's worked for me, and then I try to use that experience to help you to find what works for you. Again, if you enjoyed my video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and share with your friends and enemies, and leave a comment down below. And I look forward to hearing from you again soon and seeing you in the next video. I hope you all have a pleasant weekend. It's beautiful outside, a little bit over cloud, but you know what? It still looks nice. I think you can hear from some of the kids playing in the background, some of the neighbors on their motorcycles, this kind of stuff. So I live in a small farming community, very small, and although we're quite spread out, we have a great view, and you can see a lot of what's around you. You can hear what little neighbors we have. Talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. This thing doesn't want to work again.